Welcome back, everybody, to Dashing with Flash. Thank you for joining me. If you aren't already subscribed, please go ahead and do that. Hit the subscribe button, like this video, and share it. So now that we've gotten all that out the way, and comment. And I've got a new lighting situation here that I'm working on. Hope there's not too many shadows, but enough with all of that. Christopher Payne is the chief operating officer, as far as I can tell, at least, of DoorDash. Some people refer to him as the president. As far as I can tell, it's chief operating officer. Has most recently done an interview with the Rideshare Guy. And those of you that don't know, it's a big name in the gig economy. He's been doing it for years. He's got books and he's got a whole team, and it's a whole thing, okay? I will spare you the blow-by-blow details because I'm not going to get into it point by point. What I will say is there was a theme of this interview that had a lot to do with DoorDash and where they stand as a company and how they want to operate as far as in conjunction with drivers, the business in general, how customers can order, things of that nature. He used a lot of verbiage about transparency and what's right for, effectively, what's right for DoorDash, which is fair. It's a business at the end of the day. And I can't get past his continued usage of transparency. And he mentioned drivers being able to see orders and make an informed decision about orders, what's best for them and what's best for the customer. A lot of this interview was pretty much standard quo for the company. It wasn't anything wild or crazy. I don't feel like there was a lot of lying on his part. But what he did do was tiptoe very gracefully around the pay situation. Most notably, the lack of full tip transparency. So much so that he referred to them withholding all the tip information. He didn't deny it. He just referred to it as, oh, it's kind of like a reward, like a bonus. It's a surprise. I'm sorry, what? Are we independent contractors or are we employees? Because we're starting to walk a fine line. DoorDash wants drivers to be independent contractors on paper, but they want drivers to operate as if they are employees. Do not make the mistake of falling into the trap of thinking that you are an employee of DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, any of these companies. I will say this about DoorDash and the pay model screen, because he mentioned this. I give them credit for as much information as they try to hide and withhold from the drivers in comparison to the other two apps, and I'm referring to Uber Eats and Grubhub. And again, I will get more in depth into this as when I get to making that video about all three apps and how they function versus one another. But in comparison to the other two apps, the pay model screen and how theirs operates before you accept and post accept is probably overall the best, which is absolutely insane. And I'll get into the details why when I make that video. But as I said before, most of this was status quo. He mentioned about, he tiptoed around acceptance rate when asked about it. It was kind of like, well, when asked directly by the rideshare guy, what's the number that you want drivers to hit? What's the percentage acceptance rate? He said, well, we don't want to hit, it's not about the number, it's about accepting orders quicker. Okay. Sure. When I know I want an order, I'm always going to accept it fast. There's not really much mulling about it I have to do. Because he flat out said they're not concerned with divulging that information. Naturally. Because he's like, well, they understand it's not going to be a perfect score, his exact words. Because drivers might decide, oh, well, I'm done for the day and I'm going to log off. I'm not going to take that order, or I don't want to go that way. Again, he tiptoed around. No, I don't want to take this order because it's trash and I'm not taking a $2.75 order 6 miles. No tip. He didn't want to say that though, because that's the true reason why we're not taking orders. And again, he tiptoed around the number. They don't want to divulge the number because for them, I'm sure the number is probably like 90%. They want you to take 90%. They want you to be a top dasher. There's no two ways about it. And I'm rambling, at least I feel like I'm rambling. I'm going a little long here, but understand that, and if you haven't watched the video, go ahead and go check it out. The Rideshare Guy interview. Just all you got to do is go to the Rideshare Guy's YouTube page, or just Google, Christopher Payne interview, Rideshare Guy, whatever. There's too much non-transparency is the problem. And really, it's not just DoorDash. DoorDash is just the biggest name in the market with the worst app in terms of how it functions, technically speaking. So they're going to get the biggest blows. But understand that Uber Eats and Grubhub are not perfect in regards to full transparency all the way through the process, because they're not. And I'll get into that at a later time. But the way I feel about this, my reaction, if you will, to this is just, he played this well. He played that interview very well. He was par for the course. He tiptoed around the issues. He didn't even deny the fact that they hide the full tip amount sometimes. He said it's, an algorithm where it hides a certain percentage. And to me, I'm like, I don't understand. Sometimes it hides $1, sometimes it hides $10, sometimes it hides $30. I just don't understand what the algorithm is. UDM made a great point. I watched his reaction video about show a certain percentage flat across the board. If you want to do that, do that. If you want to prevent, as he said, drivers from sitting around and waiting for the big tip orders, the big payout orders, because you want people out there taking orders, fine, it's a business. We get that. You want orders to be getting picked up and customers to be getting their food in timely fashion. Great. That makes sense. Don't hide the order. If the total payout for the order is $30 and you're showing 7, why? Show like 15. You still get the driver is still like, oh, you know what? That's a good order. $15 might be like 6 miles, 7 miles. All right, I'll take that order. That's a good order. And then boom, they get $15 more with the $30 order. Oh, that's a surprise. That's worth that. Not Yeah, because you're not going to get a driver to take a $6 order or $7 order going 6 miles. You're just not. Unless they happen to be wanting to go in that direction. If it's the direction of home or somewhere where they're trying to get to. Look, there was a lot of non-transparency. There continues to be a lot of non-transparency. And like I said, go watch the video. Leave in the comments. Tell me how you feel about it. We can talk about it. I got all that other stuff out the way already. So I'm done. That's it. And catch you guys at the next video. Peace out.